part 3. I know I changed. My part 3 video got lost in iCloud, universe, storage, whatever. So I'm re-recording part 3 for you, but we're just gonna not even notice it. How you doing? I'm Kelly Jo, Sunshine Joe 420, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Kelly Jo Monahan. All right, so we are almost done with your birth chart. Right now we're going to finish up the last few things before we talk about your Lilith and your rising, which I will break down when we get there. Again, this is a birth chart reading for a sun Sagittarius, a moon Libra, and a rising Aquarius. Yes. Okay. So now we just got done talking about your Venus, which is your relationship, your love you, which how cute are my earrings? Valentine's Day. We're going to now move into your Mars placement. So Mars is the planet that represents action, passion, just how you kind of get shit done. Okay. That is in Cancer, which is actually pretty crazy because today is a full moon in Cancer. I don't know. That's just like my spiritual little mind going like, I wonder why I'm having to redo this. Probably no reason. Okay, let's move on. So your Mars in Cancer, the expression for Cancer is I feel. We'll talk about it a little bit more. So I have written down here, passive aggressive is your style. You don't really like change and you don't really want to fight about it. You need to feel secure before acting, and that is causing you to miss the moment. And like, not in everything, but there has been situations where it's like, you need to choose right now. What do you want? What do you want? And it could be like as simple as like, what do you want from Portillo's? And it's just like the pressure of having to like make a decision so fast is just not your thing. Like you want to be able to like look at the menu and check out all the sides and figure out what the best decision is because you want to make sure that you're always making the right decision. And sometimes that is okay. Like do that in like long-term things in your life. But in the simple little things that really don't mean much, allow yourself to have the ability to just do whatever you like first decide that you want to do, because that's really what you want to do, but we talk ourselves out of it as humans. So don't always feel like you have to do that. Like just act. You are strong and deeply caring, which is Mama Cancer energy. So what I was going to say just a second ago is Cancer is the sign that is ruled by the moon, which again, how crazy that it's a full moon today. And simply put, that is just very emotional, inside, darker, like protective, sometimes possessive energy. I did do a full moon Mercury retrograde video on my YouTube channel that you guys can definitely go back and watch, and I break down full moon in Cancer a lot more. And also, if you follow me on Facebook, I just did a live with one of my girlfriends. So definitely look into that if you want to learn more about it. But Cancer is just the sign of security, stability. They are very protective of themselves and theirs, and that is very important, is like that your power to protect and your power to make things secure and safe, that is your superpower, but only when you're using it to protect the people that you love and the people that are around you. So like what would be opposite of that would be using all of your energy to protect yourself, or using all of your energy to close yourself off from the world, or anything that has to do with like the possessiveness of your own self is going to cause like the self-sabotage and the self-worth, like lack of self-worth and all of those things. So make sure that you are just like putting that into that and knowing that fear, I also did another video on this on my Sunshine Says series, but fear is a predetermined result in our brains on an action or on a conversation or on anything that has not even happened yet. Like we hold ourselves captive to these ideas of fear and worry and angst, and like you're not like doing anything by doing that except putting your energy and putting yourself into a place where you have no, like you don't want to be there. You don't deserve to be there. Allow yourself to try new things, to fail. Failing is a part of the process. Nobody ever gets to the top. Jeff Bezos, anybody like that, Elon Musk that you want to look at, like If we asked them how many times they failed in pursuit of what they were doing, the answer would probably be astronomical. Like Jeff Bezos, the guy who started Amazon, started in his garage. Okay? Like, please tell me he did not have situations and things that like put him down and made him feel like he couldn't keep going and like it was a complete failure. I'm fucking sure. But his decision to never quit is why he's so successful. So, just stop living your life in fear. Like, obviously, of basic things, like, okay, but overall, like, people in this world are not out to hurt you. And if they have ill intentions, like we've talked about so much in these videos, like, you will know and you'll be able to protect yourself. Yes, okay. You are hardworking and hate people who slow that down in any sort of way. Like, group projects, not your thing. Procrastinators, lazy, like, ew. Right? And a very manager, I said manager, LOL, like we talked about before too. But I said you need to learn to rest more. Exhaustion is not a space where successful, proud work happens. Not in the work that you're doing in that moment to make you exhausted, and then not in the work that follows that exhaustion work because you're trying to catch up and you're playing a constant catch-up game. And to know that you're allowed to rest. Let that be one of your manifestations. Like, you are allowed to rest. You are allowed to take a break. You are allowed to pause things. Like, even with my birth charts, I say a lot that it takes a lot of energy out of me to like write all of this and then record all of this. And I sometimes go like 2 days, 3 days without doing another one, even though I know I have like a whole list of people who have already paid for me to do their birth charts. I'm on a YouTube live. Can I help you? Love you. They act like this is fucking new. But you have to be okay with protecting your energy. It's your energy. Nobody else is going to know how you feel. Nobody else is going to be able to like replenish it. Nobody else is going to be able to help you. No one else is going to be able to like maintain energy. Like, it's a very impactful thing in our lives that we have to respect. Like, there's no way of getting around it. There's really not. You have to just like, if I tried to force myself to do more charts when I was not in the spiritual space, I would not produce the charts and the readings that I am. So I'm okay with taking the time and producing them when I produce them. And everyone else is too. So like, I'm the only one that's giving myself a hard time about it, which we already talked about that. Okay. It says that criticism can be positive and is not meant to hurt you. Always know that if there is somebody in your life that is offering you honest, true, pure, intended criticism, and it doesn't have to be criticism, like, it's not a negative. It's like, hey, maybe you could do this or maybe you could do that. Before you like put up your walls, like freaking Hitler, just listen. Just listen. And you don't even have to tell them that they were right and you took their idea, but just be smart enough to know that sometimes it will help. Okay, boss? Your strength and resistance and patience can make you look insensitive, but it's actually the exact opposite. Cancers are the most sensitive, energetic signs of them all, whether they want to admit it or not. They are the ones that do the caring, do the loving, do all of the protecting, and it's exhausting on them. And Cancers are just constantly trying to like analyze the situation or the next step or what can we do or where can we go. And they do forget that not only themselves, but everyone else around them actually has feelings. And not everything is a systematical step. And some things deserve to just be like paused on and enjoyed. Like, enjoy the moment. You are so busy trying to get to the next thing that you don't realize that this right now is the thing. You know? Yes. Excuse me. Taking time to just figure out and providing the space for all things is going to be so positive in your life. But even too much sun can burn the skin. Just trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your people, and know what's meant to be will always be. Okay, so that's what we have for Mars. Now we're going to move on to Jupiter. So Jupiter is actually the ruler of your Sagittarius sign. So that's kind of cool. And Jupiter is the planet of luck, abundance, fortune, all that good stuff. And of course, your Jupiter sign is in Sagittarius, so it's at home. And I just feel like placements that are at home in the planets just kind of get like that extra little zest, extra little mustache. Yeah. So Sagittarius expression, I discover. You attract the most fortune and most good when you are open-minded, open-handed, generous, tolerant, and practicing what you preach. Very inspiring, forward-looking, and excited for life. And it is so beautiful. We need more people like you in life. Do not let this world steal your joy. Because fucking A, it can if you allow it. But always know that you are not meant to live a life with fear or with worry or with guilt or like without personal freedom and without travel. Like that is what is going to bring you the most prosperous, happiest life. And if somebody like is taking that away from you, say less, right? Yes. You have very strong morals. You value freedom and the ability to express yourself. Great at organizing and managing. And it is your gift. Share it with the world. Share your mind and heart freely. You are a born leader, and leaders never stop learning. I have to tell myself that every day, like every single day. You have to not only like learn new things and like grow like your thing, but you also need to always continue to learn yourself, Saggy. You are ever growing. You are ever changing. Your emotions are all over the place, and nobody else is going to be able to understand you, love you, comprehend you, help you until you fully grasp, understand, and love those emotions on a daily kind of thing. Okay. Now we're going to move on to your Saturn. So Saturn is the planet that rules time. It's very slow moving. It is just like where we are learned or where we are taught are like limits, where we are taught the things we need to be taught, and it takes so long. It's like that college lecture, like that old man driving that like you cannot get around because you're going to miss your exit. So you have to drive behind him, and then you like get around him and you realize he's just like the sweetest old man, and like he looks like the guy from Up, and he's listening to like the cutest song, and he's so nice, and you feel so bad for being an asshole. That's Saturn. Okay. Your Saturn is in Virgo, and the expression for Virgo is I organize. You love order, methods, balance, peace, and facts. Like, you want the facts. Give me the fucking facts. Long-term medical or scientific studies are possible for you, but always take into consideration that you are going to have very immense moments of like wants and needs and like ideas and passions, and to never put yourself in a situation for long-term like lockness, not a word, but you understand what I'm saying. Like medical school's 12 years, girl. Do you know what I mean? If that's what you really want to do and that's what you're called to do it, queen. But if you just do that because like you love to learn and you love the idea, that was something I really had to learn for myself. Like I could honestly probably go to school and learn and do anything that I wanted to do, but nothing lit me up. So then I just did nothing. So making sure you find that balance and knowing that you literally do not have to be held to any sort of standard of anyone ever. And anyone who's holding you to that standard is only because they were held to a standard, and then they were held to a standard, and then there were people like, we come from families and generational lines of like lack in like these preconceived notions and programs. And it is our job, your children's job to like really break that and create this new life in this new world for ourselves and for our future, because it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. One-on-one relationships mean a lot to you, and when you are forcing them or allowing like what you know is not right, what we talked about, you are going to feel like a burden. You are going to feel like non-fulfillment. You're going to feel not loved. You're going to feel worried. You're going to feel like all of these icky things that should not come from relationships, and that should just let you know that something needs to be focused on. Okay? Responsibility in a partner is very important to you. Wait for the thing that lights you the fuck up. You do not have to fit into the basic idea of anybody. You can travel, you can learn without a teacher, you can change the world, you can be independent and secure. but only when you fully allow yourself to love and accept yourself. You are capable of all things. Okay, now we're going to move on to Uranus. So Uranus is the planet that comes right after Saturn, which is like the change of the lessons that you just learned. And Saturn, like, it's like Uranus is like when shit gets happening, done, like, let's go, change, transformation. So your Uranus is in Pisces, which is pretty cool to me. Pisces expression is I dream. Very receptive, like intuitive, an intuitive ass bitch. So what I've learned about astrology, now that I've been doing my learnings and stuff like that, is Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac sign. Zodiac signs, like the calendar, Pisces is last. And it is said that Pisces has a little bit of every single sign in them. And they're a water sign, and they're very dreamy and like kind of whimsical. And that's why Pisces are so emotional and so like pure and beautiful and like watery and sad a lot. I love you, Pisces. You're independent and original, often blunt and irritated when you're feeling bored or controlled. But that's okay. Like, I mean, not if you're like being mean to anybody or like being an ass face. But find things that light you up. Do different things. Go on a walk. Fucking literally like find things to do yourself without the company of other people, like we talked about, will really help those feelings. You do not allow setback. Do not fuck with the vision, I wrote. You're ready for an adventure, even the risky ones. Let's go. Let's do it. Freedom to do what you want is number one, and everyone around you can feel either your like unsettled, anxious energy or your like excited, determined energy. And your family would probably say that you have like a lot of both of those energies, and it's okay. Like, it's okay that you have these dreamy, intuitive, like kind of like fantasy ideas of life, because you are the creator of your life. And as long as you can create a balance between real life and your dreamy, whimsical, fantasy, beautiful world, then why the fuck would you not? Like, that's a gift that you have to want to do that and to be able to do that. Yeah, I think that's really awesome. You do believe that you are just a simple soul with few wants and few needs, but you know that you want to change the fucking world. Good-hearted and genuine, but as quick as your passions come, they go. Do not get caught in the dreamy, watery, unrealistic sides of life, because again, you can create anything you want and you can be anything you want, you can have anything you want, but only when it's in like controlled, intentional ways. Okay? All right, two more. So we're going to talk about now is like your Neptune. So your Neptune is like your spiritual, deeper self. That is in Aquarius. And the expression for Aquarius is I innovate. Okay, so I have a generous, problem-solving, solution-offering queen. Strongly intuitive, like we just got done talking about, and sensitive. A lover, not a fighter. When I wrote this down, it kind of made me laugh because I was thinking about Miss Congeniality, if you've ever seen that. But like Maggie Ray Bush or whatever her name was, she was like, world pace. Or maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it was a Texas girl. Whatever. But truly, like, that idea might sound so fucking stupid and out of this world for people. For you, that's like, you really just wish, like, that's your main goal in life. And don't let anybody tell you it's not possible, because I believe, spiritually wise, that like we will all get there and we will all like 5D open our eyes to this bullshit one day. So keep spreading that love and keep spreading that awareness. You will have identity issues until you understand and accept like that you are artistic and you are like a leader and you are vocal and you do have these intuitive, sensitive things. Like, you spend your whole life blocking it and trying not to do it because of the preconceived programs in our subconscious. You will not live a life of fulfillment until that happens. Yes. Says that you do lose yourself a lot in like the idea of passionate love. You're willing to put it on the line for your lover. And if you are not loved in return, you'll just love for the both of you. And that's not how relationships work. That's not how any of this works. Like, you should never have to be the one giving more than what your partner's offering. And when that happens, it is an immediate like red flag to assess the situation and figure out what the fuck is going on. Because like, you don't need to go hard for anyone else in this whole entire world but your damn self, baby. Not one. Until the day somebody comes, matches that energy, and wants to go that hard for you, and you're like, damn, shawty, that's when we pay attention. Love is beautiful when it is pure and it is equal. And you will know early on in a relationship what the fuck is up, and you need to listen to it. You are not going to miss out on shit for a little fuckboy who doesn't even know what love is. I don't know, it just came out of me. I'm sorry. Seek guidance from a trusted source. So that doesn't have to be your mom, like, who's going to tell you, like, don't date ever. But it could come from somebody like me, or like somebody who has like a adult, logical, but reasonable idea of shit, can be like a trusted confidant to like help you see things and help you navigate things, is going to be very helpful for you, because you don't have to know it all. Like, we're not ever supposed to know it all. So seek guidance. One more here. We're going to talk about your Pluto now. So Pluto is the darkest planet. It's the furthest away from the sun. It is the planet of change, transformation, death, rebirth. It's a beautiful planet, but it gets bad raps like most people. So it's all good. Your Pluto is in Sag. The expression for Sag is I discover. It says that you have great, huge, incredible goals and drive, but the idea of love and passion can derail that at an instant. They are too high on your priority list. The best lovers can grow from the best friends. Do not ever, ever, ever give up on your dreams or your goals, or pivot yourself lower, or shrink yourself, or any of those things that we've talked about this whole chart for somebody before you fucking do what you are meant to do and what makes you feel good in life. Like your dreams, your self-love, your self-worth, your success, your opportunities, your future is number 1 through 10. And finding somebody else to like share that with you can be like number 5.5, but it's not going to take precedent on anything else. And what's meant to be will always be, and what's meant to be will always find its way back. You will not block or lose or miss out on anything by loving yourself. It's just not possible. The universe would just never allow that to happen. The only thing that you can create is a negative life, a negative, bullshit, cheating, lying, piece of shit boyfriend, because you continue to think those things and say those things out loud. What we say literally becomes our life. So really just become this powerful fucking goddess that I can tell and that I can see you are, and then we will like talk about maybe somebody like hitting you up. Your mom did not pay me to say that. I promise it's in the chart. I will send you all the notes. I promise. Okay, that's part 3. Sorry for the outfit change again. Okay, we'll come back for part 4.